Hello everyone, my name is Pan. Welcome to my enterprise notebook. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about how I actually started to go into business, how basically my childhood. Okay, so I started Pan Speech when I was about 23 years old. So before that, I actually spent my childhood with my mom at the hawker center and the wet market. I was basically running around my mom wherever she's started her businesses. So I was 10 years old when I first started helping out with my mom. So she was selling carrot cake at the coffee shop. So I was actually helping her out at nights and on weekends. So I had to take orders. I had to serve the carrot cake to the customers. So that time there was no self-service one. It's all we still have to serve them, whether in the coffee shop in the hawker center we still have to serve. That was super long time ago. Nowadays it's all self-service. And also we also have to after they finish the carrot cake, we have to clear the plates and we have to clean ourselves. Same thing, last time there's no cleaning service, right? Everything is we do by ourselves. And when I was younger, I resented helping out because I lost a lot of freedom to go out with my friends. Like I mentioned, I spent all my nights and all my weekends at the store helping out my mom. But I resented helping out, but I've never voiced it out, even until now. I mean to my mom lah. I did tell, I did say that to my friends and to my wife, but I never said that to my family, my mom and my dad, because at that time we were actually quite poor, and both my parents were doing whatever they can to make ends meet. So I was actually trying to help them out as much as I can as well. My mom had always had an entrepreneurial streak also. So she started out selling carrot cake at a coffee shop. After that, she moved on to the hawker center. She was selling desserts for a while, and that didn't quite work out. So she went back to selling carrot cake in the hawker centers. In the hawker center. So when she was selling carrot cake, that was also very funny because she started out with a store selling carrot cake. Then she added fried oyster to the store. Then after that, she added gohyong, wuxiang, five spices. So if you're in a Singaporean context, you should know. But in any case, she was selling wuxiang again. Then after wuxiang, right, she was selling we were also selling satay. So you imagine one single store in a wet market. We actually had carrot cake, we had fried oyster, we had ngoh hiong, we had satay, and then in the morning she was selling economical bee hoon as well. So imagine all this crammed into one store. So we were really helping out, we were really helping out because we were really so poor trying to make ends meet. So I also remember even when we were young, even during Chinese New Year, even the first day of Chinese New Year, where everybody was closed. So nowadays, Chinese New Year, on the first day of Chinese New Year itself, you can still find certain stores, certain coffee shops which are open. Okay, certain shops in the malls are open as well. But last time, 20 years ago, no, it's all closed one. So on the first day of Chinese New Year, in the hawker center, only the Malay stores were open. So we were the only single non-Malay store that's open in the whole hawker center. So the first few days of Chinese New Year, the first day, second day, third day, right, our business was so crazy. Okay, morning till night never stop one. And also my mom jacked up the prices so to cover. So that was a period where we made a bit of money. But that was a tough period because like I mentioned, we were actually quite poor. So we had to do a lot of all this hustling lah. And I didn't realize it back then, but at the time I was actually honing a lot of my skills that I'm using nowadays. And at that time, because I was doing a lot of hawker center and wet market work. Okay, so after the hawker center, right, my mom actually went to sell fish, so I also followed her there. Okay, so at that time, because I was doing a lot of hawker center and wet market work, I had this very strong urge, right? I don't want to work in the hawker center. I don't want to work in a wet market. I want to work in the office where I can enjoy the aircon, okay, instead of facing all the heat from the stove. Then I can smell good with perfume, because I don't want to smell like fish gut every day. So if you all don't know, if you all never handle seafood before, right, uh, the when you clean the fish, all the seafood, when you handle the seafood smell, right, doesn't easily wash away one. It's not like you can go and bathe 1, 2, 3 times and the smell is still there one. So it sticks with you for a while. Okay, so I don't want to smell like fish every day. Okay, so I continued helping out my mom through my secondary school and poly days. So it was the same thing, nights and weekends. But to be fair, okay, I was paid for my time helping out my mom. So she gave me $5 for every day that I was at work, and $20 for the weekends. So weekends basically is from morning till night. But for weekdays, the $5, right, is usually about 7 o'clock. So I've got school in the morning. So in the afternoon, back from school, maybe hang out with my friends for a little while, do a bit of my homework, which I seldom did lah, because so but in any case, so usually nighttime was usually spent in the hawker center. So I was actually paid. I had more disposable income than my peers, than my classmates, but I didn't really have time to spend that money. I didn't have that freedom to go out with friends. So I was a little bit resentful of helping out in the market. So I I I grew up with this perception that, oh no, I would never want to work in a wet market or hawker. I want to work in the office environment. So after poly, I went into the army. Okay, I went to do my national service. For non-Singaporeans who are watching the video, okay, Singapore is a conscript army. So all male Singaporean citizens, right, have to go through 2 years of national service, be it is in the army, the air force, the navy, the police force, or some of the other civil services. Okay, have to go through 2 years, all Singaporean citizens. So after I ORD, again, ORD is a term right used in army. It means operationally ready date. It means it marks the day when you finish your 2 years serving doing national service. So after my ORD date, okay, I was very eager to go into the workforce. I didn't continue my studies. Okay, I was very eager to go into the workforce. So I actually applied for and managed to get an office job. So yes, I got to enjoy aircon. Okay, I got to smell good. Okay, in an office job, but the work also brings with it a lot of disadvantages that I never foresee beforehand. And also, unfortunately, the work didn't pay very well. Sometimes towards the end of the month, I had to really scream, really, no money to even take public transport. So it's lucky at the beginning of the month, we do buy all the bus pass and the train passes. So public transport is still free for the rest of for the whole month. So if I didn't have that pass, probably towards the end of the month, I wouldn't even have enough money, right, for the public transport. So it was not easy as well, and the pay wasn't good. So I left about a year after that. So that was when I was 23 years old, and I decided, with some encouragement from my mother, right, to go into the wet market, to become a fishmonger again. So fortunately, that turned out well. So that was more than 10 years back. I'm 36 now. Okay, that's 13 years back. Yeah. So everything turned out well. Okay, everything turned out well. But it's just ironic that it came full circle, because yeah, when I was younger, in my teens, I was like, no, I don't want to I don't want to work in a hawker on the wet market. But here I am right now. My whole business, my whole career is based on the wet market itself. Okay, so it's been 13 years. The business has been good to me. Okay, but along the way I also stumbled a lot of times. Okay, so Pun's Fish is the only, not say only lah, but it's the main profitable business that I managed to run, I managed to build up. Okay, a lot of my other businesses failed. A lot of other initiatives, right, went nowhere. So right now I've got a few other businesses like Market Fresh, Pants Fine Cuts. Most of these businesses are not making money. So Tan Speech is the main thing that's supporting all these other businesses. But of course, these are all these stories are probably for another time. Okay, so today I just like to let you all know basically what led me to come into this business, what my childhood was like, and what shaped some of my perceptions and views about the market, the hawker center, about work and hustling in life in general. So hopefully I can have more for you in future videos. My name is Pan. You're watching my Enterprise Notebook. Okay, bye bye.